Good morning. My name is Kristen Tilwick. I am an account manager here with Synergis Technologies, and I wanted to thank you all for joining me today. We're going to start talking about the Autodesk Industry Collections, and hopefully you'll learn some more today about the new product line of software that Autodesk has introduced. And with that, we'll get started. As Autodesk continues the transition to a subscription-only based business, the goal is to a commitment to customers to provide value to the customers with new and flexible and simple ways to use and manage the Autodesk software that's becoming available. With that, Autodesk has introduced the industry collections. You may have heard or seen some correspondence around that, and wanted to just discuss today what that is and how that will look for customers. So the collections are one of the most convenient and flexible ways to access a wide variety of the most essential Autodesk software used in the industry. The collections were launched on August 1st. So as many of you know, these design and creation suites were retired and the collections were launched. With that, Autodesk has offered 3 industry collections available to customers: the Architecture, Engineering, and Construction Collection, the Media and Entertainment Collection, and the Product Design Collection. So what does that mean to customers? How will you be purchasing the software? The industry collection provides value that well exceeds the premium suites and at a very competitive price point. There's a wide variety of software available and services within the collections. It's also a more flexible choice for customers. It offers both single user as well as multi-user access, and there are multiple terms offered around the collections. For example, you can purchase a monthly, quarterly, annual, or a multi-year subscription license. So giving you the ability to choose which one of those licenses fits your business model. Simplicity. There's one collection per industry, and within that collection there is a wide range of technology for you to utilize. So no longer will you have a building design suite or an infrastructure design suite with the tiers as we knew them of standard, premium, ultimate. It's one collection that's going to encompass all of that technology. So when we look at designing buildings, designing great buildings, what do you look for? You look to get all the right tools. The collections will support all the tools you need in all phases of the building life cycle with design technologies that will cover conceptual design through construction. That will include all of the software to support your BIM and CAD workflows. And again, all in one single package. So in the past, where you may have had to purchase an AutoCAD seat or a license of Revit and perhaps Navisworks, it's all going to be in one single package. You'll be able to connect your workflows, support team collaboration, and benefit from better data continuity with interoperable design tools that are purpose-built to meet the needs of all contributors to the building project. So again, the collection, as we saw with the design suites that were available, the goal was to move toward a workflow, and a workflow that made sense for your industry. The collections is going to carry that message through, that it will have all the technologies for your industry to support that whole workflow, whether you're using it today or you'll grow your business to start utilizing that workflow. Put your project at the center. Lead the way to the future of building with the latest innovative software and cloud technologies that give you unprecedented insight into your design projects. So they're always going to be adding, they've added some cloud-based products, to the collections. So the goal is to always have whatever makes sense for the workflow per your industry to add those supporting technologies within those collections. So how does the Autodesk, we're going to focus on the Autodesk, the Architecture, Engineering, and Construction collection. So for the purpose of this webcast, that is our focus, and we'll go through what's included in the collection. So if you recall in the past, as I mentioned earlier, we had available to us in the AEC industry was the Building Design Suite and the Infrastructure Design Suite. What you see in blue with Revit, InfraWorks, and AutoCAD Civil 3D, those were the most popular products that were available within those suites. So where you'd have to buy, if you were a multidiscipline firm, you'd have to buy an infrastructure design suite and a building design suite. Now you have everything under one collection. There's a lot of technology available within this collection. I'm not going to go through each and every software within. I'm going to highlight a couple that I really think it's important to take a look at when you look at moving or should I purchase this collection or how would this help my business. So as I said, the products in blue are the most sought after products that Autodesk has found within those industries. Of course, Revit, anybody that's moving to building information modeling, the model 3D model workflow, you'll have Revit. And with Revit, you get all of the softwares, architecture, MEP, and structural all come, and that changed with the last release of the suite. InfraWorks is a great product if you want to do, you want to plan and design in real world, real time. You can, do a site, construct the building, or do the model of the building prior to actually even getting it built. You can see how that will look, where it faces within the project, and you can actually put it in real time. Navisworks Manage, that's important to call out because that's a great tool for collaborating, bringing all the models together within a project and being able to collaborate, do clash detection. That was always a software that you had to buy the highest tiered suite to be able to take advantage of that. So again, multiple licenses that may have taken place within your purchasing. This is all going to be available to you within the collection, the new collection. Some of the technologies you may not really utilize today, but Formit 360, that is a conceptual design software, so you can actually do a 3D model in concept and then import that into a Revit software to get your project started. Insight 360, that's a software that can allow you to access performance data and do some analysis on your model. You can do some energy and lighting analysis. So again, these are sort of all conceptual designs and taking those designs then into analysis to help to the whole life cycle of the project. Recap 360, that's a popular product that's been introduced within all the suites to bring in the point clouds. It works a lot with doing some renovation retrofit projects. It can work with your laser scan data. Vehicle tracking, I'll skip down to vehicle tracking is another one. That's a really popular product that's a lot of folks have been using it as swept path analysis, and it can allow you to evaluate the vehicle movement on your sites or on a specified project, so you can see how that would affect moving trucks in and out, delivering to ramps in the back, and so forth. And again, there's a lot of additional software, all of your AutoCAD-based software. I don't know that I necessarily need to go through everything on the right-hand column here. You've got the Civil 3D, you have AutoCAD, but a couple I will point out is this collection does include AutoCAD Plant 3D. So for doing the layout, the process piping, the layouts within a plant, that's software that, again, was outside of the building standard suites that we had available to us. So just an overview of what is really different, what I think would be a popular consideration when looking to move to this collection. And I'll just take a moment, let you kind of digest everything that's here. So let's move on to the benefits and how this will benefit different individuals that may look to make this move. So benefits for the executives within your company, driving better outcomes. You'll get more for your money. Certainly right out of the gate, you can take advantage of significant cost savings when purchasing multiple Autodesk software solutions as part of a collection. So as I mentioned earlier, in the past you may have had to purchase a seat of AutoCAD or a seat of Revit or Navisworks Manage. That can get costly when you're looking to purchase all of those individually and manage those. This is going to be one easy transaction, everything under one collection. Support your business today and into the future. You can stay ahead with access to a wide selection of the most essential Autodesk software, while getting a steady stream of new releases and product enhancements. And those are the Format and Insight and Recap. Those are the products I referenced in the previous slide. So you're always going to stay up to date with whatever is current in the release. The subscription model will keep you current, as well as introducing all of those new cloud-based products and things that will be added into the collections throughout. You can manage your operational costs more effectively, reduce operational costs where IT and procurement would spend their money by standardizing on a collection of technology. So again, just keeping that very clean, having one cost allocated to the collection makes it a lot easier to manage. So benefits for IT managers. How are they going to see a benefit for this move? There's a lot of questions that come up, how do I manage the licenses? What's that going to look like for me? So certainly smarter software management is what they're going to look to do. And how we do that would be just simplifying the software management process for them. Streamline the deployment and the software management with a standardized collection of products and services. Again, following through that message of easy deployment, one license, one product, one collection that's going to have all products within it. The deployment is going to be a lot easier to manage. Licensing will not be, multiple licenses. Streamlining the procurement process. You can eliminate some added paperwork and unnecessary procurement cycles by selecting the collections. And the collections that would include that technology your users will need for now and into the future. Optimizing the IT spending. Take advantage of significant cost savings when purchasing multiple Autodesk software solutions as part of the collection, giving your users access to more technology while reducing IT costs. The message is sort of carried throughout that you'll have a lot more available to you at a much greater reduced cost. So why would you look at the industry collections? What is the difference between the way we purchased the design and creation suites to the industry collections? What might be some of those questions you have and values looking at moving forward? So certainly the design and creation suites, they were a good deal. You did get a lot in there. It was a great deal in terms of packaging. The industry collections are better. You're going to get a better deal. You're going to get a lot more for your money. It's priced at a more reasonable price point for customers. The continuous improvements that I had mentioned earlier, the design and creation suites were updated once per year. The collections will be continuously evolving and addressing those issues for customers with regard to workflow. As I stated, some of the newer technologies, the Format, Recap, Insight, those really were introduced as questions or issues had come up with regard to how the industry works and follows through that workflow. So those are things that will continuously be added throughout the year to those collections. There'll be more cloud services available. You know, the design and creation suites did have some cloud services available. It was one named user for the cloud services. With the collections, there will be a higher level of cloud services available. And there'll be 3 named users per cloud service under the multi-user access. You'll have greater flexibility and choice. So when we introduced the subscription license of the Design and Creation Suite, it was only for single user access. The industry collections have both single user and multi-user access available. And simplified packaging. You know, we mentioned already the way that we purchased within our industry was a building design suite that may need to be purchased for a company, as well as an infrastructure design suite. So we had the multiple suites for industry. Now it's going to be one collection, the architecture, engineering, and construction collection, that will accommodate both of those industries. So what do you do now? How do you evaluate? Do I need to switch? Is it in my best interest to switch to a collection? Can I keep everything the same? You know, where do I go from here? So there's a couple options, and I'm just going to walk through a couple of these scenarios and where you may be as a company, and this might help you to evaluate your next steps. So if you have purchased an annual or 2 or 3 year subscription to a suite or an individual product, your AutoCAD or Revit, you can switch that to an industry collection come October. There'll be some options for you to make a switch on those licenses. And you know, there'll be more to come about that. But so if that's where you have today an annual 2 year or 3 year subscription to a suite, you can make that switch and evaluate. You have some time to evaluate that till October. If you have a quarterly or monthly subscription to a suite or an individual product, you can subscribe to an industry collection after your term expires. So the best bet for anyone that's sitting in that, obviously it's pretty straightforward. At the end of your quarter, at the end of your month or annual subscription, I would choose to make your decision to go into an industry collection for the next term that suits you. It can be an annual term, it can be a multi-year term, monthly, quarterly. If you have a perpetual license with a maintenance plan, you can renew the maintenance plan, or you could subscribe to a new collection, but you wouldn't be switching your maintenance. Your current license that is on maintenance, that is up to date, you're not actually going to make a switch from that license to a collection. You would choose to purchase new. If this is something that you think is a great deal and you want to make that investment, you would purchase that as a new license. Anything existing on a maintenance plan will not change over to a collection. If you have a perpetual license without maintenance, you'll continue to use what you have in its most recent. If your maintenance plan has dropped off and you have not chosen to renew that, you would have to use it in its most recent release form. Let's say it's 2017, or you can purchase a new subscription to a collection. Now that being said, there is a promotion that's running right now, which is a really great deal that addresses that last line item on the last slide. If you have licenses that have dropped off of subscription and you are interested in making a move to a collection, they're offering a great promotion right now that you can get a 3-year subscription for half price. It's currently in effect now until October 21st, and you can save up to about 50% off that 3-year subscription. So you need a valid license to trade in for that, but it does cross over on there's a lot of available products, including AutoCAD, Revit, Inventor for those folks. So that is something that if you contact myself or anyone at the Synergis sales team, we can help you in talking through some options there, or you can actually go onto the Autodesk website as well to give some more information. And with that, I know I didn't mention it in the end. I got through, or in the beginning, excuse me, I got through this pretty quickly, but if there's any questions I should have mentioned in the beginning, you can type them in on the chat screen, and I can address any of those. I'm happy to take questions, obviously, at anyone on our sales team within Synergis to talk about the new collections, what is available to you, and how you can best optimize your next steps with purchasing. So I'm going to stay on the line here for a few minutes to see if there are any questions. Which I do not see any. As I said, feel free to contact anyone within the Synergis sales team to help you evaluate your current licenses, any questions you have on this transition, and how we can best help you in making decisions for your future. I thank you all for joining us, and that's the end of the webcast. Thank you.